Asha shared with us on Facebook, and I show you this video, this tutorial in small parts so that it is easy to understand. First, we take the fabric about 1.5 meter, fold it, take the length of the bodice or the top, minimum 12 inches, maximum 15 inches, fold it again. The width is 1/4 part of the widest part of your body, be it chest or hip. Even the fabric from top. If you are not adding the sleeve, then take armhole as 1/4 part of chest minus 1.5 inch, and then add seam allowance, that is ½ inch for the shoulders. Mark waist length and total length, extend these markings. The average shoulder of a person is 7 inch, that is half of shoulder. Maximum is 15 inch, so you can make it 7.5. Then mark, as I have mentioned the formulas, on chest line take ½ inch lesser than the shoulder, then the chest line, waistline, and the bottom line that you can keep same as the chest line, or hip, 1/4 part of hip plus ½ inch. Join these markings and shape from the sides. Now we mark the neck width. The standard neck width for an adult person is 3 inch. Back neck length is 2 inch. Shape it. Front neck length is 4 inch. Maximum you can keep till 7. And we shape this one too. There are many methods to make a neckline, and this is the one of the simplest method. We take ½ inch down for shoulder slope. If your shoulders are very like used to, then you can take 3/4 of an inch. We mark on the line for front armhole and ½ inch out for the back armhole. Maximum take 2 inch for the side seam and minimum 1 inch. I am taking 1.5 inch for the side seam allowance. Using this body block or this pattern, you can make a long kurti, long gown, frock bodies, a top, t-shirt, or any kind of simple dress where you are cutting front and back together. Even you can make a sleeveless dress or without sleeve dress using this pattern. From the bottom, we take 1 inch up from the side and give it a shape. We separate the inner part because we are cutting front and back together. So we can cut the front of our dress, the armhole, and the neckline. Okay, but don't worry, this is a simple method. First of all, simply fold the fabric. We are cutting both the sleeves together, and take 1.5 down from the bottom, and 7-inch length, or the same as armhole minus ½ inch. Adjust your sleeve 3-inch inside. Adjust it in such a way so that you can get your sleeve in the you could make maximum use of the fabric. Now join it from the bottom. Try to keep 1.5 inch for the seams, ½ inch out and curve, ½ inch inside and curve till the middle, and then curve towards the outside, tracing wheel on the stitching line, and cut as a normal sleeve. But there is a difference here, that on the back side of the sleeve we have lesser fabric. So when you turn it, the other side of the sleeve, see, we don't have side seam. What do we do now? Because this would be a trouble. So generally what we do, we take a fabric, a piece of fabric, salvage side up, we keep it and we cut it. But this is a wrong method. Write down in the comment section below and let me know why this is the wrong method. See, right method is this. You place it about 1/4 inch overlapping on the joint, and then you cut. Selvage side of this extra fabric would be up towards this joint, right? So this is the right method, and write down in the below comment section and let me know why this is right method. Now we open this sleeve. At the time of stitching, you can join this side panel and cut your sleeve, the front side. In this video, we cut the front and back of the skirt in different manners. First, fold the fabric and cut the back part of the skirt. See, I capped the bodice on top, and from the bottom, this is the fourth part of hip. Then you can mark the shape of the skirt, A-line or whatever shape you want, from top till 30 inches. From shoulder till 30 inches, I came straight, and then from bottom it is curvier. Here we make a small cut. Now we cut the front part with the pleats. We fold the fabric. From the side we keep about 3 or 4 inches extra. We press the fabric and then keep the back part of the skirt. See, from the top it is slightly curvier, same as our bodice or the top of the dress. This we cut. See, at the time of cutting the back, I had kept this top, and here it is curvier, and same will keep on top of the skirt. Here we mark middle of this bodice and make a small cut. I didn't include the seam allowance here. So here it is 3 inches because I am left with 3 inches, but you can keep 4 or 5 inches if you have that much fabric on the side. Then we keep the bodice, middle we mark here. We are cutting the front of the skirt, so we make a pleat. This I fold, measure it, I mark 3 inch, but you can take 4 or even 5 inch. Now this is a simple knife pleat, one-sided pleat. So I folded it or overlapped it, kept the bodice, the top of our dress, and then we keep the back of the skirt. The back of the skirt is in a very different shape, but after the dress is ready, it comes out beautifully. It comes out really nice, and if you don't want a curvier shape, you can keep it straight. Today we cut and insert the pockets in our pleated skirt. We remove the back part of the skirt. This is the pleated part, so wherever the pleat fold is coming, we'll make a small cut. This fabric is folded from the middle, so we get the cut on both sides of the skirt. Both sides means the left and the right of the front piece. So we spread the bodice, top of the dress, and the front skirt. We made a small cut in the middle. We match it with a cut on the top and fold the pleats. See, making cuts make it easier for us to fold for the pleats. Both sides I folded, and now we can use a pin to hold the pleats in place. Here we'll be placing the pockets from top shoulder till about 25 inch or 24 inch. I'm making a mark and a line, so we can place the pockets on this line. You can keep the pockets down or up as you wish. Now we make a 5 by 6 pocket pattern on a slightly thicker paper or a cardboard or a notebook cover, which you can use. We are cutting 2 pieces of this pocket. Any shape you can cut for the pockets. I'm cutting one which is slightly round and one is rectangle. Size is 5 by 6. We'll place the pocket half inside the pleat and half out. To make the flap, we need about 3 inch wide flap. So we cut it this way. The flap also you can cut in any shape, rectangle or slightly curvy, whatever shape you wanted. And see, the final pocket I placed this way, but at the time of stitching I'll show you another method also. In the original design there is a front placket also. So for this I took about 3 inch wide strips and make a cut that would be 1 inch less than the strip or the fabric we are using to make the placket. Cut it, and this cut would be 1 inch lesser than the placket fabric that we would be using. So this is our front of the skirt, the pleated side. Now we set the pockets and the flaps. For this, I'm using a contrast fabric so it is easier for you to follow through. But if you make this dress in same color fabric, that would be really beautiful, wonderful. So we keep the fabric, right side of the fabric would be out. Place your cardboard pocket pattern inside, fold from all sides. From all three sides, we can cut the extra fabric, leaving about ½ inch on all three sides. From top, it would be about 1½ inch that we need to fold. Once we fold it, we press it. This is a simple patch pocket, but at the time of stitching, I'll show you another method which is used in the original dress. So here we mark the top. See, 2 parallel lines I made to mark the top, and now we need 4 pieces for 2 pockets or 2 pieces for 1 pocket of the flap. So keeping the pattern, mark ½ inch around it. Fold this fabric from the middle and cut. If the fabric is very thin, then use paper pasting. See, this is how the pocket would come out, and at the time of stitching, we'll keep it half inside and half outside. Place it right, and I'll show you a shortcut to stitch it at the time of stitching. So don't miss that video also, and the flap would be half on the pleat and half on the pocket. The other pocket also will place in the same fashion. Simple neckline I already explained in many videos. So in this simple neckline, I will show you how to insert a loop. First, we join the shoulders. It is better if we make 2 stitches on the shoulders. Here we got a loop and a fabric which is 3 inch long and 1½ inch wide. Fold it. To make a loop, you can keep the length less or more. Then on both the side of this folded fabric, we make stitch. I'm using contrast color thread. You can use same color. Now around the neckline, we can use multiple loops or this single loop in middle of the neckline. We had folded the fabric at the time of cutting, and on that folded line, that would be middle of the neckline, we can join this small loop. You can use a locket, an earring or anything instead of a loop. Then using a bias strip of about 1½ inch wide, we keep it on one side of the shoulder, back side of the fabric, and pull our bias tape slightly, very slightly, around the neckline. We stitch. Once we reach at the end of this strip, we don't need the extra fabric. We can cut it from here. So you have two options, either to stitch this joint and then cut the extra fabric, or cut it first and then stitch the joint. So here I am stitching it first. Make a firm stitch. Cut the extra fabric. Cut unwanted threads. On this joint side, we need to make a stitch to keep this bias strip in line and firm from the joint. Turning this bias tape towards the right side, fold it once and fold it once again nicely. You can do a kacha, or you can press it and then make a neat stitch around it. I used only one loop, but using the same method, you can insert many smaller or longer loops around the front neckline, and that would make a beautiful neckline or a beautiful design for your dress. Today I am attaching the pockets on this dress within the pleats. Mark the middle point on the skirt and on the top of this dress. Turn the top on the skirt so right side of the fabric is inside. We join waist of the skirt with the bodice or the top. Make sure the pleats are on their place. If you watch the earlier videos, you will understand this video and making this dress better, because I explained this dress in small tutorials. Now we open this part, turn the joint in the down direction and make a top stitch. You can attach a lace on this joint. This is the front side of our dress. I make one more stitch. You can turn the joint up or down, that is purely your wish. Now we join the back of the skirt, the other skirt, that is back side of the dress, with the back side of the top. So front and back of our dress would be attached and ready. If you have any doubt or you need any clarification, you can ask in the below comment section. So here also I make a top stitch. This way the skirt is joined with the top. Now this is the simple patch pocket. This is the upper fold of the pocket, and sideways I kept about ½ inch, where leaving about ½ an inch from the sides, I make a plain stitch on all sides, at least 3 sides of the pocket. We will prepare both the pockets this way. This is the simplest way of making this pocket. Now we insert this pocket. Another method of making this pocket is you attach or you stitch 1½ inch wide bias tape on 3 sides of this pocket and stitch on the dress. But I am simply inserting it within the pleat. So the pleat would cover half of this pocket. You can make the pleat slightly wider, and we can place pins on this pocket so it doesn't move when we stitch. Before stitching, make sure the placement of the pocket is right. If the placement is right, it will be easier to stitch them correctly. If you remember, we had also made one straight line where we have to stitch this pocket. That was at the time of cutting the dress. So here we simply make a long stitch, straight stitch on 3 sides of this pocket, and the upper side would be open. This is the flap of this pocket, and I stitched around this. I cut it slightly curvier, but you can keep it in any shape. So we need 2 pieces of the flap. If the fabric is thin, you can use paper pasting to make it slightly sturdy. So these 2 flaps are done, and even on top of it we will stitch till half or 3/4. We'll keep a small opening on the side. Using a pin, we will turn this flap inside out and give it a nice shape. Place the opening side, fold it inside, press it for a neater look, and then stitch around it. You can make 2 stitches, parallel stitches, or 1. So here our flap is done. Make another flap same way, and we place the flap on top of this pocket, but make sure that it is away from the opening of the pocket so that the pocket can be accessed. It is not closed. We don't have to close the pocket. I make 2 stitches on top of this flap. See, this is how it will be. The opening of the pocket is there. Half of the pocket is inside this pleat, about half, or you ideally you should keep half, and other pocket also. Using the same steps, we'll use the pin and stitch all around it, all 3 sides of it, and as I've explained, we can use 1.5 inch wide bias tape and stitch around this pocket. That is another method of making this pocket, and then stitch it on the dress so that it gives you a different shape, but here you will keep the pocket slightly curvier. Here also I need to place the flap and make it identical as I made another pocket. This is simple and beautiful method of making this pocket. You can insert this pocket and flap in any kind of dress, kurti, skirts, frocks, etc. And if you have any queries, please mention in the below comment section, and please don't forget to like this video so more and more people could be benefited from this video. Hello everyone, in this video I show you how I made this placket in middle of this dress. The same kind of placket you can make in your kurtis also. We made a cut in middle of the front side of dress. This is about 3 inch wide fabric. The right side of the dress is up. I kept that long strip of fabric under this cut, and starting from the marking, that blue marking which is at the end of the cut, I stitch till the end. It is a simple straight stitch till the end. Open this strip now and turn it towards the right side of the dress. From the bottom, this dress is slightly longer than the strip, so I'll cut it or I'll fold it in the end. There are many ways to make a placket, and this is one of the simplest method which I like. This is end of our cut, or I can say starting of the cut, where I marked with a blue chalk. Here we finish the stitch. The other side, the same 3-inch wide fabric and longer as the cut of your dress, and here from the top I keep about 1 inch and then mark it. This 1 inch we have to keep up and we don't have to stitch on this. So the cut would be on the marking. You have to watch this video till the end to understand it better. And once you understand how to make a placket, you will find it quite easy to make a placket for any kind of dress, whether it is a kurta, a kameez, or your sleeves, or a slit like this one in a dress. Same method, simply fold it or turn it, fold it twice. This is the right side of the dress and we turn the placket towards the right side of our dress. My placket is slightly shorter. Okay, so here on the starting of the cut, I make a small cut and it's better if we iron it so that it is easier to fold it, and then we turn it to cover the other side. It will be folded this way and it is covering the other side of the placket. From the top we had left about 1 inch. We'll turn it inside. From the end, leaving about 1 inch, we start stitching. This is a simple method of making a placket. We turn it and make multiple stitches. One more here. Then turn it. Lift the presser foot, needle may be inside, keep it back till the bottom, make a straight stitch folding the placket. So this is done. Almost done. You can use buttons or hook or fancy buttons, or you can leave it open just like a slit, the way I kept it open without buttons, or you can use buttons. So this is simple method. I hope you liked it. So please like and share. Use the buttons if you want to, and stay subscribed for the next video. Thank you. Bye bye. Hello everyone. We have almost completed this dress and the last part is to mark the sleeves. I am marking 5.5 inch and then stitch the sides of this dress. After this, I'll be stitching the bottom round that is slightly circular and the side slits. So watch till the end if you want to complete this dress. On the sides it's about 2 inch and after hip line it is 1 inch on the sides for the slit. This was the front placket. We start folding from the middle. We are folding towards the back side of the fabric. When the fabric is cut or the dress bottom is cut slightly curvy or circular, then we should be folding the fabric or the bottom carefully, and we can fold it slightly for a very short distance. You can check how I'm folding it. I'm taking a small part of the fabric at one go and then only setting it to stitch. If you are a beginner or you are fearing that the stitch may not be perfect, then you can use a lace over this circular bottom round, or maybe you can fold it, do a kacha or a running stitch, press and then do a final stitch. This way we cover one side. Here we reached till the hip line. Needle would be inside and move the presser foot. We lift the presser foot and fold the other side of the slit. Again, needle would be inside, presser foot up, and then repeat the same process all around the slit and the circle and the bottom. I hope you like this video. This video was made in a small part. This dress was made in smaller parts, so you can check out all parts of this dress by watching the complete playlist of this pleated pocket dress, maxi dress, and stay subscribed and also watch the same videos in Hindi. Bye bye. Take care.